Hello, good morning class. My name is teacher Chuwele Oshonse. I'm a teacher of mathematics, primary teacher of mathematics. By now, today, we are going to study a new content which is called moving body towards each other. For example, in this content, you have to know that if the body is moving towards each other. Let's just take a simple example. We have two cities, like city A and city B. And there is car which is at city A, and another car is at city B. Now, these two cars are going to move towards each other. So, very nice. Today, it is what we are going to focus. By now, we are going to start our lesson by some explanations on this content, which is called the moving body towards each other. Okay, very nice. By starting our lesson today, which is called moving body, moving bodies towards each other. This is our reason of today. By now, let us have some explanation on this moving body towards each other. As I told you, we have two cities. We have city A and another city which is city B. Suppose that we have car which is at city A and another car which is at city B. These two cars is going now to move. The car from city A is going to move to city B, and another car which on here at city B is going to move from city B to city A. So remember that here, the main thing you have to think on it, there is a distance between two cities. There is common distance. And this distance, it is between city A to city B. Now, we have car A, car 1, and we have another car 2. Now, car A is going to move from city A to city B. And at the same time, the car B is also going to move from city A, or from city B to city A. So, it means that at this circumstance, two moving body, it is now moving towards each other according to this observation. It is what we are going to focus, it is what we are going to see today. Very nice. In this chapter, we shall see the different speeds. For example, here there is what we call speed. This car, even if these cars are moving, they are moving by using speed as you know. Now, this car A is moving by using speed. This speed used by the first car, it is speed 1. And we shall have another car as car B, car 2. It is now also having speed, which we are going to call it as speed 2. Now, remember that there is common distance. That common distance, it is distance between city A to city B. We write here distance. So by now, our two cars is going to move towards each other. Another thing that we have to know in this content, there is a time that these two cars started their journey. there is a time that these two cars is going to start to move. Maybe, let us have an example. Maybe the first car is going to start at 7 o'clock. Right here. It is now going to start the journey at 7 o'clock a.m. And another car, which is car B, is also going to start to move towards city A at also 7 o'clock a.m. Now look, we have three main things. The first, we have distance, also we have time, also we have speed. Those three things, it is what we use in our moving body towards each other. By now, we are going to have one example on moving body towards each other. We go. Let me give you an example of moving body towards each other. Very nice. Okay, very nice. This is our first example on moving body towards each other. Now, the first example we have, it's all about Tom and Mary. They were apart because Tom and Mary were 180 kilometers apart. They started moving towards each other at 9:20 a.m. Their speeds were 40 kilometers per hour and 20 kilometers per hour respectively. Now, at what time did they meet? It's the first question we have. Another one, what distance covered by Mary? The third question, which is the last one, is what distance covered by Tom? Now, we are going to try our best to answer this question. Now, you follow step by step and you see how we can solve a question, how we can answer a question from a moving body towards each other. Remember that we should first have a given. It's the first step that you have to know. By starting, as you know, I told you that we should have the common distance. The common distance between these two people. Now, we have distance, which is 180 kilometers apart. We have 180 kilometers. Then, they started moving towards each other at that time. So, this time, they started to move. So, it means that is a time that they started their journey. That is time they have started. The right time they have started, it was 9:20 a.m. Then their speeds were 40 kilometers and 20 kilometers respectively. So it means that, as I told you at the first here, everyone should have his or her speeds. We have a speed 1 and we have speed 2. Here also we have two speeds. The first one is 40 kilometers for the first person, and we have also 20 kilometers per hour for the second person. So it means that we have first speed, which is 40 kilometers per hour. And also we have second speed, which is 20 kilometers per hour. And it is the second speed by now. It's 20 kilometers per hour. Very nice. From here, we first have to think on our question by starting drawing our journey. We are just going to put these things in practice. Let us see. The question said that Tom and also you write Mary here. Remember that as the question states, it says that they are 80 kilometers apart. If it is apart, it means that between Tom and Mary, there is 100 kilometers. It means that this is distance between Tom and Mary. And as I told you from the first, I told you that we should have the common distance. It means that this is a distance that Tom is going to move and also Mary move. So that's why we call it as the common distance. We write here. Then remember that at 9:20 a.m. Tom started to move towards Mary. They started moving 9:20 a.m. So it means that at this time also, 9:20 a.m., Mary also started her journey at that time. Then, according to our question, they started that their speeds were 40 kilometers per hour and 20 kilometers per hour, respectively. If they say respectively, so it means that they write speeds accordingly. So it means that if we have Tom at the first time, the first speed, it is for the first person because of this word respectively. It means that you write that first speed on the first person. It should be written here as the first speed, right? 40 kilometers per hour. According to this word respectively, it shows us that the second speed should be given to the second person, which is Mary. So it means that this second speed we have here given should be written here for the Mary. So we write here 20 kilometers apart. By now, let us see the first question. The first question, it states that at what time did they meet? Now, if Tom and Mary, they are going to move, they are moving from where they are towards each other. Now, the question states that at what time Tom and Mary they are going to meet? At what time do they meet? Now, as first question asks, we use the formula which is time, which is equal to the distance over speed 1 plus speed 2. Remember that we have all our given. We have distance, we have our first speed, and we have also the second speed. So it means that we are just going to replace what we have here. Now, we follow the distance. We write in the place of distance over the speed 1. We have it here. It's 40 kilometers per hour plus 20 kilometers per hour. Remember that you are finding the time they meet. So it means that by using this formula, we are able to get the time they meet. Now, we continue adding them and we get 180 kilometers per hour. By adding these ones, we are going to get 60 kilometers per hour. Then from here, we cancel kilometer per kilometer. Remember that we are finding time, so that's why we cancel kilometer in order to remain with the hours. So by dividing these ones, we cancel these ones, and we get 3 hours. That is what we call time used to meet. Even if our question don't ask us the time used to meet, but you have to know that before getting the time they have meet, you start by calculating the time used to meet. What time do they use in order to meet? By using this formula, we are able to find this time, and this time, it is the time that they have used to meet. So, we can calculate for the time they meet. By having this time used to meet, we can get the time to meet. So, now, according A, the time they meet we take starting time, we have it here, which was 9:20 a.m. plus this hour. So it means that you take 9:20 a.m. plus 3. By adding these ones, you are going to get what? It's 12:20 a.m. By now, this is the time they meet, which is A. From here, let us be on question sub-question B. It's a distance covered by Mary. Question B, sub-question B, it's distance covered by Mary. By now, we're going to calculate the distance covered by Mary by using that speed times time. Remember that in our given, we go back in our given. So we have speed, and this speed, it is speed for the first person, which is Tom. And another one, it is a speed for Mary. And remember that by finding the distance covered by Mary, we use this speed too, which is 20 km/h times time. This time, remember that we get time they have used to meet. Our time is 3 hours. That's why we multiply by 3 hours, then they get 60 kilometers by cancelling these hours. And this is time used by Mary. Mary's. Now, we go on sub-question C, which is about the distance covered by Tom as the last sub-question. What distance covered by Tom? It is what we are going to calculate here. The distance, remember that it should be speed times time. And as we know, we go back in our given and we check whether we have speed of Tom. Now, we have a speed of Tom which is 40 km/h, and it is what we are going to use in our formula here, which is 40 km/h times the time. Remember that this time, it is what we are using on both persons, because this time, it is time everyone uses to meet to another one. So, it is 3 hours where you get the final answer, which will be 120 kilometers. You cancel hours. Then the distance covered by Tom is 120 kilometers. It's 100 kilometers. And the distance covered by Mary, it's 60 kilometers. Very nice. It was our question. Now, the first question, the first answer we get, it is all about the time they meet, which is this one. It's 12:20 a.m. And also, we have been calculating for the distance covered by Mary, and we finally find that the distance covered by the first person, which was Mary, is 60 kilometers. And remember that also, we have also calculated the distance covered by Tom as the questions as the sub-question C states. And we finally found that the distance covered by Tom is 120 kilometers. Very nice. Thanks. It was our lesson. It was the first example. We follow on the other exercise. Thanks.